you got to see little Ginger there finishing her breakfast. Well, I'm enjoying doing these videos, post-season videos, because it's such a difficult time. And as they say in 12-step programs, we're only as sick as our secrets. So it was hard for me to talk about it at first. So now it's kind of rolling out. So today is, what day is it? Tuesday, November 19th, 2024. I just finished uploading yesterday's video, which I didn't realize didn't get uploaded all the way. So that should be on. And then this one will come right after. So today I was talking about lessons I've learned from this season of competition and previous seasons, and lessons I'm learning along the way. So this morning, I was super hungry again. So I did end up adding a meal in really soon after eating, like only a half hour after eating. I was still hungry. So I added a meal, and then I was still hungry. So I added one of my trigger foods, which is almond nut butter. Fresh ground almond nut butter, which I love, but not as much as I used to love, because I took a long break, my last prep, away from the almond nut butter, and it broke that cycle of craving, which was good. But so I scooped some almond nut butter, and then I scooped some more, and then I scooped some more, and then I scooped some more. So then I was adding agave syrup to make it sweet. I want some sweet. And then I went upstairs to my competition show day and pre-show day stash of dried fruit. I know I said I got rid of everything in my cupboard, but there's more upstairs. And I'm not ready yet to get rid of it, but I might. But that's an option. But I just had a couple of pieces of dried pears and dried pineapple and 2 dates. And that was it. After the dried pineapple, my blood sugar really went high, and I was sweating, and I felt really awful. And like, okay, well, that's good news. It means my body's not used to this anymore, because before I could eat that all day long in my triggered state. So, good news is my body is getting used to not eating that stuff. That's good news. So there we go. I went to the doctor yesterday, the cardiologist, for last week I had a ultrasound on my heart because of that edema that had popped up during prep in August. And I got the results yesterday, and the results were that my heart is really good. I have a couple of small leaky valves, he said, which is not a big deal. We can follow up over the years, he said. And I looked at that on the ultrasound, and but he said it looks really good. And I'm like, great, that's fantastic. So does that mean I can stop my prescription diuretic? He said, yes. So I took it before the doctor yesterday. So that has me nervous, because what's going to happen to my weight when I stop the diuretic? But I didn't take it for my weight, but it sure helped. I took it for the edema. So we will stop taking that prescription diuretic, I guess, today. Yeah, I guess. I would take it just because I ate too much a little today, and it would help flush out the extra water from that. But that would mean I'm not using it for its intention, and I'm in recovery, and I need to use medication for its intention. The intention is the edema. So we'll see. I have beautiful, comfortable compression socks that I've been ordering and wearing all the time for when I do walks and gym and runs. Bombas, the sock company, I found has the most comfortable for me every day, knee-high, kind of light compression socks. They're so comfortable. I'll show you. And they're really cute. And for me, they're the most comfortable. They're light compression. They're like 15 to 20 or something, whatever that means. Heavier compression is like 20 to 30, and I don't need that right now. So I wear them during activities, and they really work well. I don't get edema in my ankles, and they're super comfy. So I'm going to continue to wear those, and we'll see what happens with the edema. I mean, I'm still operating at low calories and low word. I mean, not low like I was for prep, and high activity. So we'll see. We'll see how my body's doing. I can always take it again if I get the edema again. So that's a really good news about my heart being good. And we'll see. I'm worried about my physique, but you know, it's better to have a healthy physique without using medication. I got to get over my mental block about my weight, body, and body image. So today I ate more because I was hungry. And you know what? I was able to do more projects after that. I was like able to get some tasks done of organization and paperwork. Like I have not been able to focus in a low calorie state. So, um, what else? Okay. So what I wanted to talk about today was emotions, that emotional roller coaster I was talking about of competition, post competition, and post season. So right after the competition, right after every competition, just about, I got really upset about my placings mostly because the judges kept putting me in last place. Now, I didn't get a chance to talk to the judges other than the natural show where I did, and they wanted me to put on more muscle, which I can go with that. I mean, I do need more muscle. So that is my goal of my improvement season. Yeah, lean. I'm pretty lean without muscle. So I lost a lot of muscle over the years of not working out and probably getting older, but mostly not bodybuilding for many years, 7 years. So building muscle should come pretty quick, you know, back. I got my muscle back, which is great. And now building that takes a long time naturally, without performance enhancing drugs like steroids. So it takes a while, but you know, it's okay. I'm just working on it by lifting weights in the gym. So I was feeling awful after the show, just terrible about my placing and really embarrassed and really sad and really upset. You know, the other day though, I was looking at show pictures and professional show pictures, and there's one person that became friends with backstage. She's really a neat person, and physique, I really liked her physique for figure. She had the perfect like V taper, big shoulders, big upper shoulder muscles, and really nice V taper and really slim. I mean, she got last place too, it looks like, on the results. And I bet she was upset too, but you know, she actually looked really great for figures. Like she had a great figure physique. So I'm thinking if she got last place, maybe it's not such a bad thing, you know, to also get last place. Like maybe I'm okay. If she's okay, maybe I'm okay. I mean, I don't know. I gotta check in with judges. But I mean, I really liked her figure physique. She's just super tiny lean. So she's probably natural too. So, you know, we're just lean with lean muscle and got to develop it. So I guess I really liked her physique. So maybe it's okay. I'm hoping. Anyway, I was super embarrassed, super humiliated, super upset. I texted my coach and he said, nothing to be embarrassed about. You looked great. You did great. And I'm like, okay, if my coach says that, I believe him. So that helped. And that helped a lot. That helped a lot. But a lot of upset and humiliation and embarrassment and anger. I had a lot of anger post show and post season. Now, I have some issues with certain people that did not come to my competition, even though I asked them to come. And I felt really angry about that. And I'm still upset about that. So I had a lot of anger about that. Now, I don't know if my anger about my placing was kind of moved off into those areas. Probably something to focus my anger on about my expectation and hope that I'd win, and beat people in especially my last show of the season, and I didn't. I was really upset about that. So, I was really angry, lots and lots of anger. So I was writing about it, journaling about it. I think I made some videos on it. And in one of my videos or journal, I think I said, maybe I should talk to a counselor, which was the first time I actually thought about that in a long time. I used to go to counseling a lot, all the time, for years and years. I know, that's probably a good idea. I used to go to a counselor a lot during competition prep because it's so hard psychologically, and it really helps. So I started looking up therapists, and I think I talked about it on here, but it was really, really hard to find a therapist these days digitally. But just the act of going, it'd be good to talk to someone about that and hear their feedback. I kind of started hearing it from another point of view in my head and validating my point of view in my head already. And it really helped just to go through that process of sort of looking for a therapist. I didn't end up connecting with anybody. What else? So that I sort of let go after that too, my internal validation of myself by my internal therapist, visualization that I hadn't seen yet. And I just validated that my anger is justified to a certain extent. And I still am working on that. So my anger is less though. My humiliation is a lot less. My embarrassment's a lot less. And I wrote also in the first week, in the first couple days, the pros, positives or negatives of that last show. I like to do that after every show. I learned that from a previous coach. So I wrote the positives I got from the show and the negatives, which were just very small. And so I could see that the positives were really way outweighing the negatives, as always. And I changed my perspective about the show and my feelings. And so now it's been 16 days and I feel a lot less angry. I feel a lot less embarrassed. Like, I'm not so embarrassed now, especially after the picture of that other competitor that I really liked her physique. So, her name was Jill, if she's watching. What else? Okay, and then the food, the craving and the hunger and the eating and the not able to overeat, not able to stop overeating. That is like hopelessness, upset, humiliation, fear, anxiety, panic, worry, 24 hours a day, upset at myself, angry at myself, and afraid of losing my physique. So that was a horrible period of time and trauma, reliving the trauma of my last years of competition and always blowing up way past the weight I wanted to see. And in fact, when I first started bodybuilding, I thought once I lost the weight, I would keep it off. Like, I thought for sure I'd stay in a teeny weeny body. In fact, to get rid of all my clothes, I bought a whole bunch of new extra small tiny clothes, and I thought for sure I'd stay in that physique forever. I was shocked that that did not happen. I blinked, I overate, I couldn't stop eating, and the weight just piled on. So at least I learned that it's not a permanent condition. And this time, my mindset was, okay, I'm not going to be stage lean, but I want to be lean physique, and I have goals for myself, but I don't want them to be unreasonable goals. But yeah, I changed my expectations about that, which helped a lot. I'm still working on that though, I'm working on my metabolism, my hunger, my food plan, off season. I still have a lot of fear about gaining too much weight and then having to diet horribly for my next prep. Like, that's a big fear of mine, is a horrible, hard, upsetting prep. Okay, that's another emotion. Okay, prep and peaking. Oh, peak week. Just awful. Like, getting hungry, being in a hungry state, eating very low calories, wanting to eat more, not having a goal, so I don't want to eat more. Torturous. Sometimes it's torturous. That's why people talk about it on YouTube. Torturous. And I don't want to go through that. I really don't. That's why I don't want to put on much body fat right now, because I don't want to torture myself. I want to just be able to easily let the weight go, walk on the stage as easily as possible without feeling horribly miserable. This last show, the peak week, was horrible and traumatizing. Like, I was so hungry. I wanted carbs so bad that peak week. I was in a much depleted state as I could bear. I mean, it was almost unbearable. So I almost started carving up early. I did text my coach. I got feedback from my coach that said, if you can hang on, hang on. And I did hang on. Now I know I don't need 3 days of carb. I only need like 1 day, maybe 1.5. So I think I'll do peak week different next time, but it's still really hard that I want to eat more by that time. So there's a lot of challenges and emotions for this whole ride. But now, like I said, since I got rid of all those freezer and cupboard foods, I didn't say anything about the upstairs food. Did you notice that? The freezer and cupboard food, I felt so much better. That helped so much. I was able to get back on a reasonable food plan. And at times, like I say, I add meals, I add some other foods. And today I just went, I talked to my coach during my season about this long break between shows. I had 6 weeks between shows and I couldn't take it. Like, I just kept eating. I couldn't stop eating. And I was so horrified and afraid. And I talked to my coach. My coach said, big deal, it's all right. And I'm like, really? And so this time, like today, I was like, it's okay. I stopped beating myself up. But I still have a lot of fear. So there's a lot of anxiety and worry and fear and stress about losing my physique so that it's a hard prep. I don't want a hard prep. It's always hard, but I don't want to want to pull my hair out, torture prep, So my goal, I guess, it's good for me to talk about this because it reminds me that my goal is to learn how to be off season, improvement season, keep a reasonably lean physique that's ready to prep again for the next season in the less difficult way as possible. Yeah, that's my goal. Because I don't like torturing myself at all. So, what's uncomfortable for me right now is my waist has gotten bigger. since the show, and I can feel it in my clothes. It's really depressing. But anyway, it's only 16 days. So that's good, but that's bad because where do we go? Anyway, I just got to figure out my reasonable food plan. And I think if I keep eating my prep foods and filling in here and there, I think it'll be all right. And watching the scale and keep taking pictures. I take pictures in my posing suit, and it's just stressful and difficult. But I'm even going to give myself cheat meals because I think that'll be fine. And it'd be good for me and good for my brain. My brain needs to think. My body needs to work. So, and I still work out a lot. So I think that'll work. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. So anyway, those are some of my feelings. It's a tough sport. It's a very tough sport because of the 24 hours, 7 days a week nature of it. It's all the food and prep and exercise and recovery, and you're constantly in a state of prep, 24 hours a day, really. You can't not be. You got to eat right. You got to live right. You got to work out right all the time. And it's an extreme sport. Like you take your body to the extreme. But there's other sports like that too. The Olympic athletes, the elite athletes, they're 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they're pushing, pushing, pushing. So I am just grateful. I am grateful that I'm healthy. I'm grateful my heart is healthy. I'm grateful I'm strong. I'm grateful I can do this. It's a gift and an opportunity. It's a gift to be able to do this. So I am just celebrating and enjoying that and being grateful about it. And learning and growing, changing all the time through this journey and experience, and developing who I want to be mentally, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, and physically. It's lifestyle and life-wise, and my vision for my rest of my life and stuff. It's big. It's all encompassed in my vision for my life. So it's that's why it's important to me. It's not just about a show. It's about being able to do a show. Being able to do this and continue to be able to do the things that I want to be able to do and use my body, and it's complicated. So anyway, those are a few of my thoughts. I hope they make sense. Write questions below. Thanks for the people that are listening. Ask any questions below, and I'll make more videos. Okay, bye.